Welcome back to another episode in the Minnesota Vikings franchise post-draft 2023 franchise here at my channel, and we're in week 3 of our 3rd season already. We won 2 Super Bowls, and now we're going to be playing the Houston Texans. And last week we made a big splash. We traded 2 players to upgrade our own team in a significant way. And while some of you might be discussing this or that, the main idea here was to really give us a gigantic upside on the wide receiving core, young player that is even a little bit higher rated than Justin Jefferson. And on defense, a huge addition. Aiden Hutchinson joins our left edge core here and is our starting left edge now. This is a huge improvement, a gigantic improvement. We're going to be fixing the depth chart as time goes by, of course. But when you look at the team right now, I just feel like we have so much quality here at the moment. We added these new players and now the depth chart is messed again. But as you can see, we really have a lot of talent here, a lot of quality, and we just need to really get this into shape here. One thing that I do want to try out is giving Maason Smith an extended run at the D-tackle position here. But basically what we did is we improved our defense quite a bit. Plus we got young players in, which is Aiden Hutchinson. And of course over here, Amarius Brown, who's a little bit younger than Justin Jefferson. It's only a year, I know, and he's only a superstar, definitely not an X Factor. To be honest, the X Factor is sometimes a little bit weird because you have to trigger it. But the superstars have the abilities always unlocked, which is awesome. Plus the ratings place him as the #1 ranked wide receiver in the league. So he's the best wide receiver currently. That is great. And he's young. Plus one thing that I did not take into account is the fact that he just wants basically the same amount of money as Justin Jefferson wanted. So there we go. That is something that we will have to fix though. And this is something that we will be taking care of this week. We've got the mock draft #1 in. We've got players ready to negotiate. We've got the regional focus scouting that we're going to assign. Then we're going to be taking a look at the Texans, of course, with their new star QB that they drafted in the 2023 draft. Let's see how that's going. And then we're taking care of weekly strategy. And then, of course, the game itself, really looking forward to it. So far, having a lot of fun this season. We got off to a really great start. I feel like this season is going to be extremely hard on us because the first half is pretty mixed. You know, we've got home games, away games. It's all working. But then in the second half, we have almost exclusively a stretch of away games, 5 away games again, then 3 home games, which is favorable in terms of moving into the playoffs coming off a home game. But we again have a short week here with a Sunday game, a Monday game, and then a Sunday game again, which gives us a little to no time to rest up. I do hope that we can get into a good position in terms of our seed. Maybe we can even get past the wildcard round. That would be awesome. Currently, we're the 2nd overall, so that is positive. Raiders are AFC, we are NFC, so that would really put us in there straight away. If we can keep this up, that'll be fantastic. But a lot of teams are having a very good percentage right now. It's only 2 games played, so either you win all, or you got 50-50, or you got nothing. So there we go. First off, let's take a look at the mock draft. I'm just now noticing that I have not yet added a new draft class. So this is what I'm going to be doing here. I'm going to import a local file. I'm just going to be using this one, 2025 final. It's a great series of draft files in case you want to take a look at those. Of course, the mock draft is gone now because it has to basically reload itself. But there you go. You've got all the real player names in there. These drafts that are a little bit further off are usually a little bit more unreliable, if you want to put it that way. But still, you get the idea. You've got the big names here. Like Kate Klubnik, for instance, Clemson QB, and so on. But, you know, 25, 26, 27, really far away. 23, usually the draft class was very good. 24, also pretty good. And then, you know, you've got ups and downs. But, yeah, there we go. That's the 25 draft class as available in the community settings. So do take a look at that. I also have a video on how explaining how to do that. It's really fun. Just adds a lot of realism. I can't imagine playing franchise without that, to be honest. All right, let's take a look at the players that are up for negotiation now. Well, first of all, Damon Brown. I went though. When I saw that, I was like, no. Homer Simpson, this is just, yeah. I thought he was gonna want less, but I didn't take into account that he's a better wide receiver compared to Justin Jefferson, meaning his overall is higher, meaning that it's just, why would he want less money if he's a better one or even as good? So there we go. Who else is up for negotiation? Devon Shane, Darnell Washington, Tyson Huntington, Noah Igbinoghene, Alexander Mattison is up for negotiation, Byron Murphy in week 5. We've got a lot of negotiations to take care of, and we don't have that much cap space. So this is really an issue at the moment that we will have to address. I'm even thinking of cutting some players here just because, I don't think that we'll have enough cap to really take care of everyone. So some players might find themselves on the hard end or the sharp end of the stick. But yeah, this is just life. This is what team management is. It's also something that I always try to take into account when managing a team, when managing a franchise. And sometimes you really have to go for those they're just not nice decisions that you have to make, especially looking at the team salaries. It's just a business decision at the end of the day. And when you look at this here, you have to look, who are the players that I really want to pay so much money? Who are those players? And currently, Brian O'Neill really is costing us a lot of cash. TJ Hawkinson, a lot of cash. Kenneth Murray Jr. costing us 30.2 mil, but I reckon we can get him on a good deal. He usually signs pretty good deals, long-term deals, plus mid linebackers. Not that expensive unless they're super highly rated. Then we've got Jordan Addison, of course. There is no way without him. We've got Ezra Cleveland, who got a long-term extension here. We're looking at Caleb Williams here. This, of course, the rookie. We've got Byron Murphy Jr., who's going to be out of a deal this year, so we need to give him a new deal. He's very highly rated. And I would be working my way through this as it stands right now. And this is one of those seasons where it'll maybe be a little bit more rebuild than it was last season. I will be looking at players. I will be trying to give them a deal. If they give 2 strikes and you're out, basically. That's the rule. So 2 weeks, I will try to negotiate with these players, try to get them to sign. If they don't want to stay, I will be moving them on. And it's just as simple as that. If they don't accept the cash that we're offering them, then we have to really, we have to be hard on ourselves and on them and just move them on. One thing that I do want to fix immediately is I want to keep Alexander Mattison. I know that there's so many running backs, but 5 years, 33 mil, that is not a lot of money. That's 7 mil per year on average. So I'm going to go like this. I want to see what the base here is. So I think I'm going to go with 7 years here. I'm going to give him 3.5. And I'm going to leave that at 3.2. I think this is a fair deal for a player of his quality. He's my leading running back. Length is bringing this offer way down. All right, so he wants a shorter offer. I don't really get that. What I would like to do, that would be fantastic, is just keep working on this contract offer until we get it right, and not just have like, all right, this is it. Next time, and then next time, and you always have to move week by week. Because usually when you're in negotiations, you sort of talk at a table, this is not like I'm going to send you this via email and then you say no and then I send you again. So this is weird, but okay. Anyways, so Alexander Mattison, pretty confident that we're going to be keeping him because what the money he wants is not that crazy high. I think I need to buff it up a little bit. I understand that. I was trying to just adjust it slightly. Noah Igbinoghene, he was a free agent, so we can get him again as a free agent. He's 24 now. Tyson Huntington, same thing. He wants 3 years, 10.4 mil. When I look at him, we've got Byron Murphy, who of course wants a new deal. We've got Andrew Booth Jr., we've got Mekhi Blackmon, now we've got Tyson Huntington. So I don't see the cornerback position as a big problem at the moment. Darnell Washington, he will have to prove himself. If he's good enough, I'm going to give him a deal at the end of the season. Same goes for Devon Shane. But even Ross and Brown, this is one of those, and I'm really, really struggling here. I hate spending a lot of cash on just one player, right? On the other hand, this cap hit is not that crazy high. right? 27 mil for the best wide receiver in the game currently. Look what he would do to our position depth. He would be the leading wide receiver. We would have Jordan Addison, we've got Nigel Sowell, so 3 fantastic wide receivers, 1, 2, and 3. And then we've got fantastic supplementaries in Jalen Reagor and Raheem Kindley. So I do think that this is the right thing to do. I do want to test the waters. So going up here would be crazy high, especially in 2031. That's 44.2 mil. That is crazy, man. That is absolute madness. I really hate paying that kind of money. So Amarius St. Brown, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give him a 7-year deal. I'm gonna give him 22 mil, 22 mil. I'm gonna go with this. I'm gonna leave the bonus at 11, which is half this. It just makes sense, right? We've got the 28.1 mil in the first year, then the second year, third year. But it's still so much money. Taking into consideration that Jordan Addison is not getting that much money and he's not even that far off. Oh, I'm not liking this. But okay, I will be offering this. This is basically as far as I want to go. If he doesn't accept it, we will be trading him straight away again. So there we go. This is just the way this team works. Take it or leave it. So make offer. Boom. Unity Murray commits me to this team is right for my future. God damn it. I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. As soon as I saw his demand, it was like, yeah, I'm going to have to overpay him. Best wide receiver in the league. Okay, I get that. But this is not the way that I handle this. All right, here we go. You might laugh at this one, but I'm bringing back Justin Jefferson. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what you guys are thinking. Because I was just like, why would I go out of my way, bring in a player, then pay him this gigantic amounts of cash when I don't even, I could have just kept Justin Jefferson around. All right, so the narrative has happened and we have brought back Justin Jefferson. He has agreed to sign a long-term deal here and he will be getting a lot of money over the next few seasons here. As you can see, a guaranteed deal of 140 mil. And that will be an impact on each year of around 70.2. And we can go through the years. It's a very good deal for him because it's guaranteed money. It's not tied to any bonuses. It's not tied to anything that he has to achieve. It's just guaranteed money that he will get for the remainder of his time with the Vikings. It's a big deal, 140 mil over 7 years. Big deal. And it's all guaranteed in salary, which is good for us, I reckon, because the bonuses sometimes calculate a little bit differently. But this is in effect the deal that we strike with Justin Jefferson for returning, for taking him back here. The wayward son returns and all that. All right, let's cut to the chase now. We're going to delegate these decisions to staff. Let's now check out the roster of the Houston Texans. That's why we're here for, right? All right, so there we go. The quarterback room for the Houston Texans. Probably unchanged. We've got CJ Stroud here, superstar dev trait 2023 draft rookie. And yeah, he's looking pretty good. As you can see here, 6th best ranked quarterback in the league. So we have to be very aware of him and the danger that he does provide. We've got Davis Mills here as the backup. We've got Jaden Daniels, a rookie out of the 2024 draft, and Michael Penix Jr., another 24 rookie. So there we go. Interesting looking QB room. Lots of backup options. Pretty young overall as well. So that's interesting. Running backs. We've got Damian Pierce, 24.98. We've got Devin Singletary, 26.91. And we've got Bucky Irving, a rookie out of the 24 draft. Devin Singletary, wasn't he with the Buffalo Bills before? Yeah, there we go. Buffalo Bills since 2022 with the Houston Texans. There we go. But this is, of course, adapted. Because this is already a custom roster that has been adjusted. So that's a new deal, of course. Fullback Ben Burton, 24.78. Wide receivers, we've got John Mechie the third. We've got Robert Woods, Mario Rogers, Romeo Odunze out of Washington, a 2024 rookie. Troy Franklin, 2024 rookie. And TJ Sheffield, another rookie. So 3 rookies in this room here. Interesting. 1 veteran in Robert Woods, longtime LA Rams player. Liked him a lot there. And John Mechie III is the leading wide receiver here with the start of trade out of Alabama. He's looking pretty good, actually. Of course, he's not the highest rated one you can imagine, but still, he's looking pretty good. Next up, tight end, Dalton Schultz, 28.91. We've got Brock Weisbecker, that's a CPU rookie, and Brevin Jordan, I think he's from the 2022 draft. Dalton Schultz, he came from the Cowboys. Yeah, there we go. From the Cowboys, now with the Houston Texans. He's a very solid tight end, 28.91. Nothing otherworldly, but just a very solid group here. Him and Brock Weisbecker looking pretty good. What about the offensive line? Laramie Tunsil, 30.96. Ishmael Dunn, 24.80. Already looking pretty good, I have to say. Left guard Kenyon Green, 23.85. Behind him is Asim Richards out of the 2023 draft. Kenyon Green, 22 draft rookie player. Very solid. At center, we've got two Scruggs. What a name. We've got Jared Patterson behind him. Both are out of the 2023 draft. Very solid choices at the center position. Right guard Shaq Mason, 31.89. Wesley Callahan behind him. Right tackle is Ben Barch, 26.75. We've got Austin Deculus, 25.74. And Andrew Wiley is the veteran here. All of these are pretty much the same. I don't know why why the CPU doesn't cut one of these players. I'd cut Andrew Wiley. There's no real need to keep him around here because you've got two players that are almost similar and way younger. But yeah, there we go. That's CPU logic at times. Left edge. Defense. Bryce Huff, 26.83, former New York Jet. We've got Rashawn Wright. That's a CPU rookie, of course. Right edge, Jordi Cabral. Also a CPU rookie. Manuel Blanco, CPU rookie. That was a huge class, by the way. A lot of good players. Both of which are looking decent, I reckon. They're very similar, so maybe the CPU is still figuring out who to use. D-tackles, Raekwon Davis, 27.79. Derek Nady, 28.79. And Sheldon Rankins. Raekwon Davis. Let's check this one out here. He is coming from the Miami Dolphins. I was with the Miami Dolphins for a long time now. First time in Houston. Derek Nady. He also was he with the Kansas City Chiefs? Yes, there we go. And I even believe that Sheldon Rankins is a new addition here, but we're going to check that out quickly. New York Jet, and then Houston since 2022. All right, okay. Now, left outside linebacker, Will Anderson Jr., that was a pick also from the 2023 draft, and he's looking extremely good right there. 97 and a superstar draft pick. Devin Duncan behind him as a backup. That's a CPU rookie. Of course, CJ Mosley, one of the most feared players always when playing the Jets. He was always there. He was always brutal. Denzel Perryman, 31.83. That's a veteran. And Shane Lee, a rookie out of the 24 draft. CJ Mosley, of course, an extremely, looking at the 84, you might go, well, yeah, how bad can he be? But look at these stats. He is bad. He's very bad. Pursuit, acceleration, play recognition, tackle, and hit power really make him stand out. Secondary attributes, super solid, and he's just everywhere. He's just really everywhere. True leader. I like this player, and I love to hate him. So there we go. Right outside linebacker, Dijon Murray. That's also a CPU rookie. And I've got Christian Harris out of the 2022 draft. Cornerback, Derek Stingley Jr., 23.90. I got him for the Dolphins franchise, I think in the final season or in the penultimate season. Anyways, he was just so great. He was really, really fantastic corner, and just really, really good to have him on the team. We've got Desmond King, the second, 29.85. We've got Nate Wiggins, a rookie now from the 24 draft. We've got Trevius Hodges Tomlinson out of the 23 draft, and Cam Smith also out of the 2023 draft. Real players, by the way, so very solid looking cornerback room. We have to be aware of this. Not the fastest players ever, but very solid, and especially Derek Stingley is going to be hard to get by. Jimmy Ward, a veteran, leading the free safety group. We've got Brian Cook behind him. He's from the 2022 draft, of course. Jimmy Ward, 33.84 out of Northern Illinois. And he, of course, has been with quite a few teams, with the San Francisco 49ers before, and now the Houston Texans. I was thinking of Shavarius Ward. There we go. But Jimmy Ward, of course, a 49er, and now the Houston Texans, really upgrading that part of their team. Strong safeties, Jalen Peter, 25.93, with a superstar depth trade, Chris Browning as his backup. This is a CPU rookie, of course, but Jalen Peter, another one of those, really, really solid, really good, and just very reliable piece in the secondary. All right, what's up next? Kicker, Greg Zuerlein, and the punter is Riley Dixon. who I think is with the Rams in real life, but I might be mistaken. All right, let's take care of the weekly strategy now. I have just fixed the depth chart. A lot of things to do actually when you do trade players. We're going to be defending the short pass. Just feel like that is the best way to go. Going to be going with full pads and full intensity. Let's just hope we don't have too many injuries. The offensive game plan, we're going to run it inside. That has worked pretty well for us so far. Same thing, 99%. We can go for the starters here. Let's start building experience points, of course, over the course of this season. We will be training these players that I will be showing you in a second. Get 1 interception, that is the deal. We're going to allow 24 points or less, 250 offensive yards. Everything else seemed a little bit too aggressive in my opinion, right? We're going to be training our starting center, Amarius Mims, Caleb Williams, why not? Maason Smith, why not? And Ray Carter, the second. Normal depth rate, of course. Ed Ingram with a normal depth rate. And Clayton Smith, a left outside linebacker. I've been thinking, I might do that at the end of this episode, but I think that some more tweaking might be in order here. All right, so let's get going. We're going to start training. So we did suffer an injury. That was Jalen Mayfield, left tackle backup. It's not too rough on us. We've got quite a few upgrades to take care of, so Kareem Hunt will be getting an upgrade. Still can't believe that we're getting this player for 2 mil per season, but that's just Madden for you, right? Brian O'Neill, one of the higher paid players here. Is he worth it? I would say yes, because he's just a fantastic right tackle. Of course, we could look for trades here, but I'm just going to be trying to keep things real. Power rusher Aiden Hutchinson, first time to be seen in the Vikings jersey here. Really happy that we brought him on board. I like this player a lot. I think he's got such a high ceiling to grow to, and really great addition, making the team younger. He's taken over from Harrison Smith, I think, who was the edge player. I keep confusing Harrison Smith, the strong safety, and the edge player. I just can't remember those names. Tell them apart. Anyways, Caleb Williams here with an 85 rating. Jaquelin Roy gets an upgrade, 87 now. He's just a super good D tackle to have around. Sadly, we're only playing with 1 D tackle. Might be changing that at some point in time. Not at the moment. I feel like we've got a good setup. Andre Carter the second, now an 82 with the buffs, of course. He's 24 years old and really liking those stats here. I'm just trying to get him up to the highest scheme fit possible here on the run stopper side. Then we're going to be moving towards the other ones in terms of the speed and the power rusher, which will improve his power moves, for instance. But for what it's worth, he's doing very well. Here we can see Maason Smith. I want to reveal this player. Might do that after the game. I want to see what his depth rate is and if it's worth using him at this position. We do have a few hidden depth rate players, and I'm just really interested to see what these players will be having for depth rates. All right, now time to play the game, guys. Enough talking. Whew, let's go. So here we go. This is an away game, of course, Energy Stadium, as we are going to be playing the Texans here. And CJ Stroud, 249 yards last week, 4 touchdowns. Ooh, lordy. Caleb Williams will have to be pretty good, but I think in terms of talent, he's very on par, of course, with CJ Stroud. When you compare them, the ceiling and the talent is there. But yeah, let's see what he can make of it. That's always what counts. We are the away team. Texans are the home team, of course. A lot of Texans shouts as the teams enter the field. And there's, of course, CJ Mosley, number 57. We're going to have to take especially good care when it comes to the defensive side. Derek Stingley Jr. Not going to be easy. All right, so we're first on offense. That is nice. But as the away team, we have to be very cautious of what we do here. Left-hand side run, Alexander Mattison. I don't think I like this play too much. So let's go the play action cross here, looking for Addison, looking for Sowell. And off we go. Players are underway. And there we go. This is the gap I was waiting for. And there we go. Nigel Sowell doing so well. even without that X factor, which he might read. All right, there we go. Straight through the Microsoft booth. Caleb Williams, very precise passer. Very precise. Unless he's being brutally pressured, but most of the time it just works out pretty well. Inside zone Madison. Let's try it. Let's just get a feel for how the run game will work. I'm just really happy to have Justin Jefferson back. Yeah, this worked perfectly, right? 1 yard, 1 rush, 95 yards last week. Madison is better than that, but there was no space to be found. Let's go. Devon Shane, left-hand side run. He has extremely high speed ratings. We have to see how he'll play out on the power side, you know, how resilient is he? But in terms of the speed, in terms of getting go, this works in L. And I just said this works in L, which is, I don't know, I want to say nicely, but then I want to say well, and yeah, whatever. And then I saw Justin Jefferson with a number 17. I'm going to leave the 17 on him now. This is sort of a, just to remember the time he almost left the Vikings, right? There we go. Here we go. I think the biggest story of last week's episode is Aiden Hutchinson anyways. It's not that much that we traded Justin Jefferson because he's back anyways. But Aiden Hutchinson is a big deal on our defense. And I think that he is very, very important. Ah, Duke. Ah, Dukey Duke. That was bad. We lose 10 yards as we're sacked here. So those points are out the window. I was waiting for CJ Mosley to move. I'm going to show you what I mean. Analysis time. Here we go. I was waiting for CJ Mosley, who is this dude here, by the way, number 57. I was waiting for him to move because I felt like that would be the best spot. Sowell is going there. You can see that. And I was just waiting and waiting. And no other player was really getting free. Might have been number 3, Jordan Addison. I could have, yeah, I probably should have gone with Addison. I was so determined to go with Sowell. And yeah, not the best decision. There we go. 20 yards. But I think we can make good on that. I think we can make good on that one. There we go. Nigel Sowell, 3rd and inches. We just completely smashed this 20-yard barrier. Madison now 2 yards out. Can we get this done? Yes, we can. I feel like we can. Oh, there we go. Just stepping inside with the left foot before dragged out by number 92. And Madison doing what he does best. Getting into the end zone. Blowing a kiss. There we go. Good touchdown for us. Going towards the right-hand side. The shove, of course, by Mosley. Take a look at this one. Kaboom! And this is basically the shove that pushes him out. Bryce Huff tries to stop him. Come on, defense. All right, defense can't really stop them here. So the offense is going to have to work again. Here we go. Let's find a gap. There is no gap. 2nd and 8. 2nd and 8. Let's go with an inside zone slight curved run here towards the left-hand side as we're hit with the end quarter. The passing yards are insane. 63 yards passing in a very short time period. CJ Stroud, accustomed to the league, has grown already. And there we go. Oof, hard hit by number 20. 3rd and 2. Makes sense. Halfback slash now. Alexander Madison. Let's get this done. Ooh, 4th and 1. Yeah, we were held. That's Jimmy Ward teaming up. And the Texans defense is looking very, very solid at the moment. But of course, we're going to try and find a way to break through here. Let's get an inside zone going. A drawn. Right, let's go with this. Devin O'Shea. Come on, let's go, go. And we're held. God damn it. Could have gone better. Should have gone better. But yeah, we're away. It's a turnover on downs. And our defense cannot stop them, and we're behind. We are behind. Pushed back. TJ Hawkinson, Nigel Sowell, good routes. Let's see which of both gets free. Ooh, this is out of reach. I had to wait here. Nigel Sowell was blocked. Pressure on Caleb Williams. A very good draft class. I love that they're showing it a lot of times. There we go. Let's go the dry flood. TJ Hawkins, we've got Sowell, we've got Addison, but the pressure is on. The pressure really is on. I can feel it. Nigel Sowell, wide receiver number 3 with a lot of quality. And there we go. Finding the gap. Coverage was there, and who else but CJ Mosley is the first to go in on the tackle. Left-hand side. Run Alexander Madison. 3-1, and we're mixed up. That is not great. All right, let's get the agility going. And again, do you want to guess who was there? CJ Mosley. 2-minute warning. Let's try and get that touchdown handled in the first half, so that we're at least on par in the break. Desmond Kingley second for Houston, number 13, out with an injury now. They have a lot of depth. Let's go with the bench switch. The clock has been stopped. Justin Jefferson looks like a fantastic fit. Jordan Addison is also an option. Come on, Justin. This is not what we're paying you for. I expect more from you, my man. Let's go. Okay, we're having problems catching at the moment. That is weird. We have to make this work. We have to make this one here work. Nice catch. Jordan Addison taken down. He has to be one of my favorite rookies ever in a franchise series. So good since season 1. Verticals. And this was Aiden Hutchinson on the bench for the first time to be seen here. The Vikings uniform suits him well. Again, Sowell, and he's just available. I think number 3 is an incredibly important position on the wide receiving core, because you're usually not the one that they're covering the most, but you're the one that has to get free the most. Perfect. Let's call a timeout now. I want to see. Let's just get the clock stopped. 46 seconds, maybe a little bit early. Could have saved that one. Let's go with a slip screen. Alexander Madison. How far can we go? Want to go towards the left and then towards the outside. Get the clock stopped. Oh, there is pressure. So we have to stop it. 3 yards only. 100 yards for Caleb Williams. 8 out of 11 attempts. 8 completions. 11 attempts. So let's go with this one here. Cross drag. Got a lot of players here with a mesh spot. Oh, smacked away. Nigel Sowell unable to hold on to it. Let's try bench switch. 37 seconds. Jordan Addison is the guy I'm looking for, but I can sense the pressure already. There we go. So we go forward 4th and inches. That works for me. 32. And of course, we're going to go with a dive and fullback dive. Ben Skowronek. It's inches. I needed to be really quick off the mark. Get over that line. Can we push into the end zone? No, we cannot. The clock is still ticking. 27 seconds. So we're going to get this done. I have no doubts. We're going to be setting up. I want to set up something that's a little bit further apart. Let's go with a bench pivot. Every time I read that, I have to think of Ross. Pivot. Pivot. 4 verticals. Off we go. Alexander Madison. You're the dude I'm looking for. So get free, get between, catch the ball, and push into the end zone. All right, you're not doing that, but we're on the 1 yard line. Final timeout called. Spacing switch. We're going to set up a little bit further apart again. Jet sweep. Nope. I don't like these options here. Inside zone split. Off we go. Second and goal. 1 yard. 21 seconds. This is it. Number 90 is getting ready to stop us. And we break it. There we go. It was Devin and Shane, by the way. He's showing what he can do. Very nice. Very, very nice. Can find him just finding the gap and mostly tries to stop him, but it's just really runs past him. So, defense can't hold them. All right. Feel like that might be an issue as time goes by. Might have to go back to this here. So Jordan Addison, Nigel Sowell. Oh, and he drops it. I should have gone for the safe catch. I always go for the run catch, and then I think, well, I might be able to get some extra yards here, right? It hardly ever works out that way. Hardly ever really works out that way. Which is annoying, to put it that way. Let's go again. Play action cross. It's not really working too well. They know our main receiver. So we're going to be looking for Sowell or Addison. And Addison is a different kind of beast. Number 24, Stingley, is on him, of course, in a flash. It's a very good cornerback. But we've got very good players as well. And we're reigning Super Bowl champs. 2-time Super Bowl champions in a row now. Let's make it 3 in a row, shall we? Devonish. Oh, and he just gets held here. As the defensive player snaps over with his hand. Just grabs a hold of him. Can we outplay them here? Clever. Let's try the Rams counter. I'm going to get Hawkinson just to run in between these players here. That's a fake. Powerful catch, powerful throw. Number 1, that's Jimmy Ward. Takes him down, of course. There's no real doubt if he's going to be taken down. The question is when and how far can we get? Justin Jefferson and Hawkinson now are my receivers that I'm going to be looking for. There we go. It's good having a veteran. And I count Justin Jefferson as a veteran. He's a very, very good veteran. Left-hand side run. Do we risk it? Do we risk this play? Let's go. Alexander Madison. Run. We find space. And he just pushes his way into the end zone. We have such good wide receivers. It is awesome. But we also have fantastic running backs. And we also have very, very solid tight ends. So a lot of quality there. I really feel like we did well. Come on, defense. Defense holds them. That is big. That is exactly what I needed. Coming in towards the end of the third quarter. Devon Shane, left-hand side. Let's go, my man. I wouldn't say that I value a superstar more than an X factor, but in the end, it doesn't really matter that much. Because the X factor needs to be activated. The superstar abilities are available from the get-go. So this is basically the reason why I appreciate a superstar player enough. I don't need to have X factors. As Alexander Madison finds a lot of good space here, pushing forward. Good game today. 42 yards only, but 2 touchdowns. And we've overtaken them in terms of the passing yards. Inside zone, left-hand side, 37 yards out from their end zone. No, sorry, 37 yards from our end zone. And there we go. Left-hand side run. That's a stiff arm. Beautifully done. Drag down here, but number 5, that's Jalen Petre. Byron Murphy Jr. Did you see him gesturing forward? That is cool, by the way. I really think this is cool. They've got the sideline players more realistic now. They will be having the on-field referees in Madden 24. That's another step. You know, it's a minor detail. I really like the addition. And Alexander Mattison. Wow, what a stiff arm! Oh my god, and nobody else but CJ Mosley is able to hold on to him. As he finds a lot of space here. Take a look at this great run. Left-hand side, right-hand side. Getting rid of a player. Jimmy Ward. That's Jimmy Ward. Kaboom, kabam. Number 23 is like, wait, what? And only number 57. It's always the same when I play this player. It is he is such a force. Such a force. All right, taking down number 6. We are blown up here. Let's go the slam. Let's go the halfback slam. Just trying to break through in that middle section. Let's get 5 yards or something like that. Or even more. Oh, let's get some more. Oh my god. Alexander Mattison, man. He's having a field day. Great run. Really great run. There we go. There we go. Image spot. Or do we go with a halfback quick base? Devonishing. Oh, powering forward. Second and goal, 3 yards. We are in the luxurious situation of not having to really pressure ourselves. I want to get the touchdown, but there's also the situation of the defense needing to hold their offense. We do have some time left here. But yeah, Vikings touchdown. Here we go. Devonishing, straight run inside. Quick adjustment. The lane was completely open. They do try and react, but we are in. Devonishing, well done. There we go. Defense. Oh, defense holds them. Gigantic deal by our defense. Can't wait to see who the players were that are, you know, responsible for this. Great job here. And here we go. Alexander. Oh, number 25 came across. I felt like the route was opening. 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. 7 points ahead. Let's go with an inside zone, left-hand side run here. Alexander Mattison not getting tired. Number 90 player is always at number 25. Oh my goodness. 3rd and 3. They call another timeout. A halfback dive. Let's go with this one here. My power halfback is Kareem Hunt. So far we seemingly haven't had any power plays. There we go. I love the fact that he can stiff arm. He swarmed at the 49. And it's the final timeout for the Texans. Which means we can now play a little bit more strategically, tactically. Let's switch over to halfback dive. Let's bring the pain. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright. We get swarmed after 4 yards only. We're gonna just let the time run down a little bit here. I'd like to get another field goal in just to really solidify this win. Tried to change lanes, didn't work. We lost a yard. Number 20. Okay. Halfback zone weak. Which one do we like? Which one do we like? It's basically same ones, right? 3rd and 7. Inside zone. They're yelling defense. Here we go. Home team receivers can receive incorrect hot routes. Good thing we're the away team, right? 12 seconds. I'm going to let the clock do the work here. Defense can't really do anything to stop us here. We pick up a first down. Out of all things, that is the worst case scenario. We get another set of downs. And that is basically exactly what I was looking for. 55-yard field goal. Let's just cement this one here. Boom. Ooh, slightly off. Riley Patterson with the power. Puts it between the 6. 31 versus 21. And we are going to be victorious here. Kerem holding the ball expertly held. They can do nothing to catch up. We win the game. It's a clear-cut affair in the end. Lovey Smith here. Love the coach models as well. Caleb Williams can be pleased. CJ Stroud, not so much. Darnell Wright here. Talking to CJ Stroud. Both from the same draft class. And stat time. Caleb Williams, 101.2 is his rating. 72% completion rate, 168 yards. 0 touchdowns, but also 0 interceptions, so that counts for something. Madison again, crazy good, 134 yards, 7.4 on average, 2 touchdowns, 0 fumbles, that was important for me. And Devon Shane, this is the one I want to highlight here. 35 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great job. CJ Stroud got a running touchdown as well. Funny. All right. Receiving side, Robert Woods, Nigel Sowell was great. Jordan Addison was great. Drop balls by Robert Woods. Nigel Sowell had 2 drop balls. I remember those. Those really were a little inconvenient. Brian O'Neill, Laramie Tunsil, Juice Scruggs allowing sacks. Defensive solo tackle leader, CJ Mosley. Total tackle leader, CJ Mosley. Tackles for loss. There's a lot of players tied. QB sacks, DJ Wanham and Maason Smith. Sheldon Rankins and Will Anderson Jr. 0 interceptions today. It's the first season and a half, and it's time to do a little bit of housekeeping yet. Again, looking at Ben Skowronek here, looking at my running back room, I have come to the conclusion that I don't really need Kareem Hunt, right? So I do want to test something. And you're going to be along for the ride here. Can we use Kareem Hunt as a fullback? Is that possible? What happens to his overall? Let's check this out, and boom, there we go. He's an 86 rated fullback, and this just elevates the fullback room and our abilities here. Ben Skowronek, yeah, well, what do we do with him? I can't really use him anywhere. I'm gonna be keeping him around as a wide receiver. I'm gonna be switching him over to wide receiver again. I want to see what happens. And if we can use him there, if that makes any sense. Yeah, it just stays the same. We have 6 wide receivers, so we're not really losing a player, but we have a little bit more depth here. In case of injury, we don't need to have tight ends play there. The tight end room works for me. That is great. The offensive line, again, pretty happy with that. There are no additional players that I don't need. But here on left edge, I don't need Curtis Weaver, man. I just don't need Curtis Weaver, which is why I will be releasing him straight away. It's not going to be a problem for me. I've got Aiden Hutchinson as my starter. I've got Tyler Barron as a backup already. On the right edge position, I've got Andrew Carter and Brandon Dorlus as his backup. D-tackle, this is sorted. We've got DJ Wanham at the left outside linebacker. We've got Clayton Smith behind him. Mid linebacker is sorted. Right outside linebacker. This is the one where I'm a little bit on the fence, right? Marcus Davenport currently out injured, but then again, do I want to keep Marcus Davenport? Because he wants a new deal, and I feel like he might be helpful, but we have such good players here. Look at this one here, Clayton Smith with a hidden depth trait. There we go. So what I will be doing is I will be revealing a depth trait now. I want to see what Clayton Smith is. The cornerbacks are sorted for the most part. If Cameron Bynum, who wants a new deal, I'm also a little bit unsure about this one. I could let him go and just sort of slot the player from here over there. I think Noah Igbenogany can also play as a free safety. So I'm going to check if I maybe can sign him instead of Cameron Bynum. The strong safeties are set and kicker and punter are set as well. So, but now we're going to be spending some points, and that will be deciding the fate of Marcus Davenport. We're going to be revealing one hidden depth trait, and this is it this one? No. Is it this one? Yeah, this is it. All right. Caleb Williams? No. Maason Smith? No. Clayton Smith. This is it. I do have a lot of these hidden depth trait players, but I want to see Clayton Smith because Zion Nelson is only a backup. Brandon Dorlus is a clear backup. Tyler Barron, those are backup players. But Clayton Smith might be relevant to take over. So we're not immediately gifted to see what the revealed talent was, but we're going to be taking a look straight away here now in the lineup. I want to see what he is. If he's a starter trade, he's going to stay where he is. If he's something better, then we might start thinking. All right, so here he is. Clayton Smith was a starter trade. Over here, he's already used as a starter over the injured Marcus Davenport. And, you know, this might even be a good idea for the future. That's a reveal that I can work with. Maason Smith will be getting the snaps. That's not going to be a problem. And I also noticed that Christian Darrisaw went up to a superstar Dave trade. That is really nice. He doesn't have any ability set, so this is something that we're going to have to do. Let's just take a quick look here. Unspun blockers with this. Defend, all right, blockers with this. And increased number of blocker resistance points. That is good. Fool me once, okay. I think this is gain blocker resistance points at a faster rate. Tear proof, defending against rip pass rush moves, post up are almost guaranteed to win any double team block. This is important. Matador, sword protections, okay. Lifeguard, defend, puller elite, attempt and win pull blocks, screen protector, win impact blocks on screen plays. I like screen plays, so this should be good. Threat detector, highlight oncoming blitzers. This is important. Nasty streak, okay. Edge protector, it reduces an edge pass rusher's chances of using a quick block shed move. Reduce will allow less frequent shed attempts by their block target. All right, first off, we're going to use threat detector, and second of all, I think I'm going to use the ability to gain blocker points versus the screen. I'm going to use a screen protector. I like using screens. Having a good one on that position works for me. Plus, we now have a free spot. We might use someone from the practice squad, someone like, you know, Fidoni or some other player. Gonna be taking a look at these at some other point in time. For now, guys, all right, this is it. This was a long episode, a lot of things happening. Gonna say thank you for watching, sticking with me here. Really appreciate you being here. I enjoyed this game a lot. It was a good, fun game. We came from behind. It was back and forth. Good struggle. Love games like this. And as always, guys, so if you liked what you saw, leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to me. And as always, thanks for being here. See you next time.